If you're traveling or looking to go on vacation anytime soon, you may need a simple workout program, and that's what I'm going to give to you here so you can enjoy your vacation as much as you can while still keeping the gains you've made in your home workouts. So before we begin, I wanted to first cover that if you are going on vacation, you've been working out for a long period of time up until this point, feel free to take that time off as long as it's a week or less. So just know if you're traveling or you're going on vacation, it's going to be 7 days or less. Feel free to just take that time off, recover, and enjoy yourself. Just do walking around, go out and travel around, see the sights, come back, and then get ready once you get back from your vacation or you're traveling to then get back into your normal workout routine. With that being said, let's take a look at the program I've put together here. It's one I used last weekend where I went to Houston and just had one day on a Friday where I wanted to do some training. And again, this is just to maintain the gains I've had. It's not to really build on any more muscle, it's just not to lose any. So what I'm doing here is a simple program you can do to maintain what you've built so that when you get back into your home training, you have the ability to keep what you had and build on top of it. So for this training, we are focusing on doing a total body workout. It's going to consist of 7 exercises, and if you do the full thing that I'm going to lay out here, it's going to take you about an hour. If you do the shortened version, which I'll get to when I explain this, it takes you about half an hour to complete. So this will depend on how much time you have to actually do the workouts each day. Also, before we jump into this workout, you are going to need one piece of equipment. So you're going to need to take this when you travel or go on your vacation, and that is a set of resistance bands. So without any more talking, let's take a look at this routine, as I think it's going to be one that is easy for you to do and enjoy while you're away on vacation or traveling. Starting off with exercise number 1, we have the body weight squat. Now in this video, I'm actually demonstrating doing it in a doorway. The reason is because I do not have great depth in my squat, and I've really been focusing on getting better at it over time. So try and mimic this movement pattern here, as I'm really trying to slowly get down into a deep squat. This is one of the functional primary movements that everyone should be able to do, and I actually can't do it without some kind of assistance in getting all the way down. Yes, if I have weight in front of me, that helps balance me out, but you really should be able to do it with your body weight and sit into a deep squat, as this is one of those fundamental movements we kind of learn or lose over time. With this, we're going to be doing 5 total sets of only 6 reps. So these reps are a bit slower than the other ones coming up, but just know we're only going to be doing 6 reps, 5 sets, 2-minute rest in between each set. So that'll get us through our lower body movement. The next exercise we have in the list are push-ups. So if you can do standard push-ups, go ahead. If you need to drop to your knees, that's more than fine. But we're doing push-ups for our second exercise. This time we're only doing 4 total sets of 8 reps for each set with 90 seconds of rest between each set. So we have a little bit less rest, a little bit less for total sets volume. But again, we're going to be really focusing on squeezing and contracting the chest at the top of the push-up movement. No going crazy and doing these as fast as possible. I really want you to keep some good time under tension, maybe around 40 seconds if you can, and really focus on going down to the bottom and then pushing up and really squeezing and feeling that chest through this movement. All right, so for our next workout, we have the bent over row. So we're focusing now on really building our back. So for this exercise, of course, we're getting into that bent over position. And again, when you're pulling back, you really want to be trying to pull or squeeze your shoulder blades together, or kind of like your mid back together as much as you can throughout the movement. Don't go too fast through this as well. The bands will provide the most resistance at the top or contracted part of the exercise. So focus on really squeezing at the top and picking a proper resistance to feel this as best you can. So we're going to again be doing 4 sets of 8 reps, just like for the push-ups, with 90 seconds of rest between each set. So those 3 exercises are the main ones that I want you to do. If you are short on time, those 3 with the completed sets and reps would take you around half an hour. So that's about the minimum I want to really hit. So if you're short again on time, just do those 3, as those are going to hit the entire body and do the most bang for your buck with exercises in this routine. However, if you have that full hour, let's take a look at the rest of the routine, as we're going to be hitting some more isolation-based movements. The first one we have, and this again uses our resistance bands, is going to be the overhead tricep extensions. Now for this exercise, I like to do it on one side and then the other. So I'm going to take the resistance bands, and I normally start with my weak side, which is my left arm. So I'm going to use my left arm first, do as many reps as I can for this set, and then switch over to the right and just match what I did on the left in order to try and over time even out my arms because my right arm is a bit stronger. I played baseball and things in the past, so it is quite a bit stronger than my left. But just know that's why I start with my left arm until it gives out, and then I use my right to just match it. And for rests in this exercise, because you're doing one side then the other, you really don't have to rest between doing an entire set. You really could just do, say, the left arm, then the right arm, then right back to the left without taking any rest, because it is resting while you're doing the other arm. So that is one note to take here while doing the overhead tricep extensions. So this time we're dropping it down to 3 sets, but we're going to be doing a total of 10 reps per set. So again, I'd do 10 on my left arm, then I go right into 10 on my right arm, no rest, and then right back to my left arm, no rest, and just keep going that way until I hit 3 total sets. And a set would, in this case, be left, then right, would then be 1 total set. So again, we have 3 sets of 10 reps, and then there's 60-second rest periods that you would have, but really this will just be at the very end where you take a 60-second rest after doing your tricep extensions. Up next, we're moving on to the biceps, and we have the good old bicep curls. Now for this one, I want you to try and lock your elbows by your sides and really not move them, and then pick proper resistance again with our resistance bands as they're making their way into this program. And I really want you to be squeezing at the top because that's where you're going to get the most resistance in that contracted position, and then slowly lower back to the ground. Again, we're going to be doing 3 sets of 10 reps with 60 seconds of rest now in between each set, as we're not switching sides, so we're going to actually be doing these both at the same time, so there is a rest period of 60 seconds because of it. Now we're reaching the end of our workout routine here, but our second to last exercise is going to be the pull-aparts. For this exercise, we're again working on squeezing the delts. For this exercise, we are going to be focused on really trying to rip apart the bands in front of us while squeezing our back delts together. So it's going to be working again your back shoulders and some of your mid delt, but really trying to work that back delt as much as possible because we're probably going to be slouched over quite a bit or sitting down for long periods of time in our vacation or whatever we're doing. So we want to focus on getting that proper posture back, and that's why I picked the pull-aparts for this exercise in this position. And just like the 2 before it, we're going to be doing 3 sets of 10 reps with 60 seconds of rest in between each rep. So again, we're using both arms here at the same time, so you would take that rest period of 60 seconds after each set. And on to the very final exercise. This is going to be one that now goes back to the lower body, and it's going to be the glute bridge. Now, if you have something like a chair or even a sofa near you, feel free to swap this over to hip thrusts, where it's pretty much the same movement, but you're more parallel to the ground. So it's a little more on your glutes to try and get back up to a flatter position. But if you don't, you can just use the floor and just do a simple glute bridge instead. If you really want to try to take it to the next level, feel free to do them one leg at a time. And again, you just do one side, then the other, and then back, and you take no rest until the very end, which would actually be the end of this workout. So if you're really advanced, try it with one leg, but for me, I'm just going to go over how to do it with a standard glute bridge. So for this one, your glutes should be the one firing up, so it's going to be mainly their glutes and hamstrings trying to bring you to a flat back or kind of a table setup. So if you're on the floor with your back, it's going to be more of like an A shape, but if you're using a hip thrust style where you're using a couch, you should have your back parallel to the floor when you're at the most contracted part of this exercise. For this, we're now dropping it one more time to 2 sets, but we're doing 15 total reps per set with a total of a 60-second rest in between each set. And that's it. That's the entire workout program I did for my traveling when I went to Houston this past week, and the one I would just do for you if you're going and traveling and you want to do something every other day. If you're just starting out, maybe you just do this just to start working out, but really this is a very kind of beginner or maintaining style workout, just so that you can do something while you're away and keep the gains that you made over time. If you did like this style of video, please like and subscribe to GamerBody for more videos just like this one. Also, make sure you head over to GamerBody.com. There you can check out my current home training program, the one I personally run, as well as the equipment I own and use, and the information I'm learning from to continue to build muscle and confidence from the comfort of home. That's it. Again, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Be fit and game on.